a visionary destination brings together career and family, business and leisure, city and community. Welcome to the newest hotspot south of the metro, propelling towards access, variety, and efficiency. Dynamic lifestyles synchronized at the core of a well-connected locale. Every day is a gathering of life's bounty. Homes for every stage in life amplify the convenience of living. Designed around people, this city paves the way for opportunities and jumpstarts a fresh beat on lifestyle, opening up a gateway to a unique quality of life. Every step here leads to progress. Arca South, City in Sync.
What's up, Real Talk Darbs? Back at it again with another Facebook Live. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope everybody is having a wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening. Saang part ka man ng mundo, I hope you guys are okay. Palakpakan natin dyan sa lahat ng mga buhay pa at humihinga. Pasalamat ka, huwag kang reklamo ng reklamo. Dami mong sinasabi, pasalamat ka, buhay ka. I mean, life is all about gratitude. And the things that we have right now, we have to be thankful because always think that somebody always have it worse. So just be thankful with what we have. Okay? Dami mo sinabi, Darbs. Okay, today, very exciting topic. Kasi for sure, marami naman makaka-relate. Nung pinost ko yung poster, ang daming nag-comment. For sure, my friends, may mga ibang lumuluha pa. Ang usapan natin ngayon ay, ano ba ang usapan natin ngayon? Yan na naman siya, patay. Tito Darbs! O ano, palagi ka, every week may problema ka. Kasi Tito Darbs yung jowa ko po. Anong problema sa jowa mo? Kasi Tito Darbs parang hindi niya na po ako mahal. Nahihingi po siya ng space. At sinabi niya sa akin na parang hindi na po daw kami katulad ng dati, Tito Darbs. Alam ko na. Ano po yun, Tito Darbs? Na-fall out of love na siya sa'yo. Tama ka po, Tito Darbs. Okay, don't worry. Pag-uusapan natin yan ngayon, Bes, ha? Usapang falling out of love tayo ngayon, mga kaibigan. And if ever you're able to relate, or if ever you know someone who's able to relate, itag mo na yan, i-share mo na yan. At nang mapag-usapan natin, tonight is gonna be wonderful discussions about falling out of love. Fool. Isa ka bang biktima ng fool, falling out of love? Or isa ka ba sa mga taong ng fool or na fall out of love? Diba? By the way, before we proceed, this episode is brought to you by Ayala Land. Best time to invest right now is through real estate, and what better way is to give it or to trust it to the people who has done it for more than 100 years. Ayala Land will be giving you a lot of options later on. So mamaya yan, maraming salamat Ayala Land for this live episode. Let's now proceed sa ating topic. Usapang falling out of love. First of all, okay. Bakit nga ba may mga taong fall out of love? Yun ang muna nating pag-uusapan. Pero bago ang lahat, magsha-shoutout muna tayo. Baka naman magalit yung mga inaano. J. Akas, maraming salamat. Shoutout sa'yo, RTD fam, kay PVD, kay Evelyn. Good evening sa'yo, kay Daniela Latumbo. Shout out for everyone who's watching. Good evening from Makati. Oy, Makati, mayroon Ayala Land. Nandyan, Miss Ashley, magandang gabi sa'yo. Baby Ro, ayun, nagtag na siya. Tambay daw tayo. Sige, tambay tayo dito ngayon. Join me tonight because our topic is very... Ayun, nagtag ulit si Melody. Shout out sa'yo, Melody. Sana naman makatulong tong tinag mo. Ayun, nagtag ulit si Melody. Ang daming tinag ni Melody. Sa lahat ng mga simula ngayon, lahat ng mga nagtatag, yun na lang ang isa-shout out ko. Tama ba? Jim Paul Lopez. Parang ano yun, Jim, tsaka si Jim Paul. Ang pangalan mo, boy, ah. Shoutout sa iyo. Shoutout sa lahat ng mga nanonood. And I hope you guys are hindi kayo ma-fall in love sa mga partners nyo or hindi ma-fall in love, fall out of love ang mga partners nyo sa inyo. I wish all of that. Pero bago ang lahat, ayun na, sige na, tama na ang shoutout. O sige, isa pang shoutout. Shoutout kay Rona Santiago. Maraming salamat sa panunood. Sheila Ocampo, thank you very much for tagging your friend. Ito, mga nagtatag yun yung iaano ko eh. Yun ang isa-shoutout ko eh. Ito, si Geraldine, shoutout sa'yo. Geraldine, tinag niya yung sarili niya. Nauto mo ako doon. Na-shoutout kita, nauto mo ako doon. Okay, si Cesarina Mestidio, thank you very much. RC Pelen, shoutout sa mga taga Istana. Shoutout sa inyo, sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Si Leia Camantigue, maraming salamat. Okay, let's proceed. Proceed with the topic. Nagiging positive. Maraming salamat po. I'm happy and that's the goal, to keep the positivity and optimism with everybody. Okay? Ay, paano pa yung nag-watch pa? Syempre, ano natin yan, si Princess Sia Maldita. Shout out sa inyo. Okay, Daniela Makilin. Daniela Latumbo. Shout out. Okay, let's proceed. Usapang falling out of love. First of all, ano nga ba ang definition ng na-fall out of love? So siguro let's put it in a boundary wherein you guys are in a relationship and that somehow one of your partner, one of your partner, ibig sabihin, marami kang partner? Bad yan, Tito Darbs. Yes, bad yan. Sorry, nagkamali tayo. Isa sa inyong magpartner, yan ang ibig kong sabihin. Masyado kang judgmental. Isa sa inyo ang magpartner somehow was able to say that the love is not there anymore. Shit, nasakit nun. The love is not there. Hindi niya na nararamdaman yung dati niyang nararamdaman. So how can you prevent falling out of love with someone? Or how can you prevent someone from falling out of love to you? Ganon. Is it really possible, prevention? There is, yes, somehow, but it takes an effort with both parties. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang yung nag-i-effort, tapos siya, hindi. So, hindi mo talaga mapiprevent yun. It takes two to tango. It takes two people to work the relationship. So, is there ways for you to somehow reduce the chance of your partner being able to fall out of love to you? Yes, there is. Ano yun? Ano yun? First off, the relationship should have a strong foundation. Ano ibig sabihin nun, Tito Darbs? Part of the reason why most people fall out of love with their partner is because when they were together, there is huge chance na hindi siya kompleto nung nagmahal siya or nung naging kayo. There is also a huge chance that at that specific time, tanggalin ko na nga to, at that specific time, yung partner mo was actually having the hurt, was still trying to heal, in that ikaw lang siguro yung nakita niyang available at that specific time because that person somehow doesn't want it to be alone. When that happens, yung standards niya or yung mga bagay na gusto niya sa isang tao is not really, doesn't really matter anymore because somehow that person is more concerned of healing the pain. That person is more concerned of not being alone while feeling the pain. So that's what happens when you try to be with someone when you're not complete. When you're trying to be with someone just for you to remove the hurt. Kasi at the end of the day, you will heal at magiging kompleto ka. And that when you're able to think clear, when you're able to somehow come back to your senses, na yung dating madilim na nakapalibot sa'yo ay ngayon napakaliwanag na, doon at doon mo marirealize na yung taong katabi mo pala ay hindi yung taong gusto mong makasama. And real talk yun. And that's one of the reasons as to why most people, most relationship fail. And most people would say that they fell out of love to the person because they only loved them when it was convenient. But when everything is okay with them at this specific time, wala na. I mean, hindi na nila nararamdaman yung dating nararamdaman nila sa'yo because they don't need you anymore. That is when you base your love. That's what happens when you base your love
based on need. Na kung may kailangan ka lang, kaya mo siya mahal. Mahal mo ko, kaya mo ko. Kailangan mo ko, kaya mo ko mahal. Hindi mahal mo ko, kaya mo ko kailangan. There's a fine line between that. Mahal mo lang isang tao kasi may kailangan ka sa kanya. Not necessarily the money, but the affection, the love, the happiness that they bring you. Kaya mo siya kailangan, you need to feel that. That's the reason why you love them. Pero ang nangyayari is that what happens when someone is not able to give that to you anymore? What happens when that person suddenly become the person that you did not expect na yung ibibigay niya dapat sa'yo, hindi niya na nabibigay? Because at the end of the day, we cannot always be our best. That's the reason why most people fall out of love. That's the reason why most of the time people tend to have change of feelings right away. Kasi love, somehow, at the end of the day, it was based on the benefit that they get to the person. And when that benefit is not there anymore, that's the time, that's the situation wherein nagkakaroon ng falling out of love scene. Kasi, yun nga, dahil na hindi na siya naka-benefit sa'yo, that's the reason why he would automatically or she would automatically say that to you. That's one of the reasons. And for you to prevent that, kung ikaw man yung taong nasasaktan, please do not jump into a relationship right away. Always give your time. Give yourself time. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to think. And give yourself time for yourself. Kasi if you come out from a relationship, lalo na yung long breakup or long relationship kayo tapos nag-break kayo, most of the time kasi we don't realize, but somehow we slowly lose ourselves during that relationship, lalo na pag yung relationship na yun ay toxic, and that we have to have that needed time for ourselves para makarecuperate, makarecover, at mahanap natin yung sarili natin. Napaka-cliche pakinggan, I know. Napaka-cliche pakinggan na hanapin mo muna yung sarili mo. Pero my friends, it would have never been truer than that. Lalo na yung saying na magtira ka para sa sarili mo. That itself is wisdom once you truly, fully understand what it means. So, paano mo mapiprevent? First off, kung ikaw man yung taong nasasaktan, huwag kang magmamahal ulit agad. Because for the sake of you not to try to feel alone, for you not to feel the pain of the breakup, kasi that's you being a coward. Hindi mo kayang harapin yung sakit na idinulot doon sa tao na yon. In that, mas nanaisin mo pang makasakit ng ibang tao para hindi mo masaktan yung sakit for yourself. That's unfair. You have to be responsible. Kasi tulad ng sinabi ko, dyan at dyan hahantong kung bakit ang isang tao magfo-fall out of love sa'yo. Because in the first place, you were not the person that he wants or she wants anyway. It's just that she loves you because it was convenient. Sakit. To yun, real talk yun. She loves you because it was convenient. He loved you because it was convenient. So ikaw naman, you will not fall into that trap if ever you are able to know your worth somehow. Be very careful with people who just came out from a breakup. Be very careful of the people who always talk about their ex. Be very careful about people who are not able to get over the things of their past. Kasi most likely yun yung mga taong kinakausap ka lang not because they really wanted to be with you, but because they just really wanted to have someone to talk to. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Wala namang masama doon kung ikaw ang magiging support system. Pero pag ikaw na yung taong parang nangyayaring nagiging, kumbaga, panakipbutas, you have to be smart enough to walk away. You can be a friend, but never put emotional feelings, especially pag romantic feelings, on top of that. Kasi you might be happy now kasi there might not be any chance for you to be with this person only this time kasi vulnerable siya. Pero at the long run, you're gonna be able to have this situation, falling out of love. Masakit yun at mahirap yun. So early at that specific time, you have to make sure you have to really understand that you have to really be complete first. Kompleto ka muna. Mahal mo muna yung sarili mo. Hindi mo kailangan ng kahit na sino para maging masaya. At pag na-realize mo yun at you fully understood that, that's the time that you will tell yourself that you're ready to love again. You're ready to take on a challenge of being with the right person because you put the time and effort to be right for someone else. Ganda. Quotable quote ng mga sinasabi ko, di ba? Palakpakan dyan. Diba? Okay, Tito Darbs. Fine. Sinabi mo na sa akin kung paano ko ma-prevent. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, wala pang Real Talk Darbs. Unfortunately, 5 years ago, hindi ka pa nagva-vlog, so hindi ko pa nalaman yan. So anong gagawin ko ngayon? I'm in the situation right now. My partner is already telling me that nag-fall out of love na siya. What am I gonna do, Tito Darbs? Hindi ko bakit mo ako tinatanong? Ewan ko sa'yo. Anong gagawin mo pag nasa sitwasyon ka na fall out of love na yung partner mo sa'yo? First off, alam ko na masakit yun. That's a painful feeling. Pero I think in that situation, when you heard it from them, even if you don't hear it from them, even if you just feel as if there's something wrong. So, dalawang bagay kasi yun. Either that you just feel that the person that you are with right now is not the same anymore, and that you think that this person is falling out of love sa'yo, or the person straight up told you that I can't do this anymore because the love that I felt for you before is not the same as now. Dalawa lang yan dalawa. So first off, pag halimbawa, straight up sinabi niya sa'yo yun, you can go ahead and have a civil conversation with this person. Although masakit, pero hindi mo kasi, a feeling will never be like a switch in na kung sinabi niya sa'yo hindi mo na siya mahal, automatic hindi mo na din siya mahal agad. Hindi kasi ganun yun eh. If it was that easy, siguro we will not have this topic kasi people can just turn on and off their feelings, and that we will not have the discussion and have the means of telling everybody how to deal with it kasi madali lang. But it's not the case. So if ever the person told you that straight off, first you have to admire him or her for telling you that straight. Kasi he could have just, I don't know, wasted your time for 2 more years and then told you. But at the end of the day, he could have told it sooner, or he could have told it way longer before what he told you now, kung kailan niya sinabi sa'yo ngayon, but at the end of the day, he still decided to tell you right now. So at least give that person commendation, pero at least respect, because it's difficult. It's difficult to to tell the truth. And then that person was able to tell the truth to you. So, okay, fine. Appreciate that. Appreciate the honesty. Second is, what are you gonna do after that when you receive the message that I don't think this is gonna work? There's just 2 things siguro, you can ask the person what's the reason, anong dahilan, as to why. Pero ito sasabihin ko sa inyo, spoiler alert, if somebody already told you that they don't love you anymore and that they cannot see themselves with you, it doesn't mean na kahapon niya lang naisip yun. Ibig sabihin, all of these days, all of these weeks, all of these months, or these past few years, that guy or that person has already been contemplating on telling you the things that he said. So, wag mong i-expect na hindi niya napag-isipan yun. For sure, napag-isipan niya na yun. But somehow, you have to understand that you might still communicate. By some miracle, maybe that person is just waiting for you to compromise to the things na ginagawa mo na, I don't know, siguro kaya siya na-fall out of love kasi wala ka ng oras sa kanya or hindi mo siya nire-respect or those kind of things. So, what I can suggest, when you are in that situation, go ahead, confront it, and then talk about it. Communication is the key. What are you gonna do? You compromise. You tell them what's the reason. Is your decision final? Is there anything else we can do with it? Ito do not mistake you asking for a solution versus begging. There's a difference between that. The difference between that is you are trying to find a solution to the problem, if there was, or if there is, or you're trying to still hope that there was a problem, there is a problem, and that you're trying to ask him questions for you to fix that so that the problem is not gonna be there. That's one of the things on how you can tackle it. Pwede mo siyang tanungin nun. Ano bang problema? Is there anything else that we can do? Let's compromise. Ganito, ganyan. But if this person really insisted that somehow this is the case and I think you're better off with someone, yung sinasabi mo dalas you don't deserve me. I mean, I don't deserve you because masasaktan lang. Mga ganong klaseng regardless of what it is. You have to understand that when someone didn't choose you the first time, the second time around you choose yourself. Pero do not remove that option that you did try to still pursue and find a solution on it. Tinanong mo pa rin siya kung meron bang magagawa versus just trying to actually walk out of it straight up. Ayoko na, ganito. So, okay, ayaw mo sa akin, ayoko na din sa'yo. I mean, you can do that. I might probably do that. But the best course of on how you would not want to regret it later on is still seek a solution to the problem if there is, and if that person would be willing to fix it with you. But if it's not, at least there's no what ifs na sa ulo mo when you walk away or when you both try to like finish it off or tatapusin nyo na. Kasi at the end of the day, my friends, that's the reason why love is very beautiful. Kasi you will never know until you know when someone's gonna break your heart or not. Hindi mo malalaman yun. There might be red flags. There might be situation wherein this person is never gonna break my heart and never gonna do this and do that. Pero that's not an assurance. That feeling, that hint could help us, but that is not the assurance. The assurance is you're not gonna know until you know. And that's the reason why love is very beautiful. Because at any moment, that person might break the heart that you trusted him to give. You gave that heart of yours, the very fragile heart of yours, to this person, and that person will have the capacity to break it, but you still trust him or her to take care of it. And that's why love is very, 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 very special when you really find it. Kaya ganon, my friends. Oy, shoutout pala sa 1,800 live viewers natin. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nanonood. There's still a lot of things I want to discuss. Nasa isang part pa lang po tayo ng discussion natin. Kasi sinabi ko, what if this person is actually just telling you straight up, naging honest siya. Meron din kasi na hindi niya sinasabi pero nararamdaman mo. Which, we're gonna be discussing that later. Usapang falling out of love yan mamaya. Mamaya natin i-discuss yan. Dito muna tayo sa honest si Kuya. Okay? Basa muna tayo ng comments. Sabi ni Mitch Buji, sometimes heartaches leads us to the right person destined for us. Yeah. Shout out pala kay Bobby Yap. Pope Bobby Yap, shout out sa'yo. Sabi ni Alvino Francisco at kay Bessie Bry at sa Team Project Lancer, Team Project pala yun. Team Project. Shout out sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Relationship is a constant battle. Yes. It is. Or is it? Is it a constant battle? Hello, Kuya Darbs. Ito, sabi ni Mayet, I have been in a situation recently, sabi niya. Lahat ng sinasabi mo yan, then ginawa ko. Then I made a limit to endure the pain. After sa limit na yun, I let go. Now I'm done. Forgive and forget. I don't regret. I just limot na. Ay, grabe. Napaka-social naman. I don't regret. I just limot lang it na. Hindi ko na siya, forget ko na siya. Limot ko na siya. Limot ko na po siya, Sir Darbs. I'm happy for you. Mayet, yung sinabi mo, that's what you call 80-20. 80-20 is when you know that somehow you have 80% love to give to the person, pero it's your responsibility na magtitira ka dapat muna konti sa sarili mo. Yung 20% na yon, dapat sa'yo yun. Hindi mo binibigay kahit kanino. Not until and unless you're really, 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 really sure. So 80-20 always, my friend. So kung someone is trying to take your 20%, that's the time that you know it's you're gonna walk away. Sakit ng katotohanan na hindi ka na mahal. Masakit yon, pero at the end of the day, dapat mo pa ring malaman na at least nalaman mo. Kasi it could have taken longer for you to find out, but at least you found out now. Rejection, do not think of rejection as if it's a bad thing. When somebody rejects you, it's not a bad thing. Because somehow, that person gives you an opportunity to stop wasting time. Di ba? I mean, that person could really not really want you from the very beginning, pero since he doesn't have the guts to tell you, baka masaktan ka, so he did not reject you right away. He just rejected you nung mas lalo ka nang nag-invest ng feelings, ng emotion, ng effort. And that's the time that you realize that sana pala mas sinabi niya lang nung una. Diba? So okay yun. Isipin mo nga ganito. Bigyan ko kayo ng perfect example ha. Paano ba maganda yung rejection? Mas maganda na umorder ka sa isang fast food restaurant at sinabi niyang out of stock agad. Yung pinakagustong-gusto mong ulam, gustong-gusto mo na yun, umorder ka tapos sinabi mo, gusto ko pong bumili nito 5. Pero straight off, sinabi niya, sorry po, it's not available. Next week pa po ang dating. So although na-disappoint ka kasi you would wanted to have that at that specific time pero hindi mo nakuha. Pero somehow, at least you know kasi you can still take time and effort to find other thing that is more valuable na meron ka pa palang ibang gustong kainin or tikman. Versus, umorder ka yung gusto mo na food, tapos somehow, anong nangyari, okay, inaccept niya yung order. Tapos you were waiting for 45 minutes. An hour came, and then you realize that person called you back and told you, sorry po, unavailable. Diba? That's frustrating. That's wasting time. You could have spent that 1 hour finding something as an alternative or something that you would want more. Pero instead, naghintay ka ng 1 oras sa wala. Kung sinabi niya na lang sana ng mas maaga, mas okay pa, di ba? Hindi ako naghintay. So, it's just a mindset. Okay, fine. I'm not telling you that rejection is a pleasant feeling. Nobody wants to be rejected. Pero at the end of the day, it's just taking the good from the bad. It's just mindset. How you take the good from the bad. Okay, fine. This person rejected me. At least I stopped wasting time. And that's good for you. Right? Cool? Good stuff. Now, i-discuss natin after few messages from Ayala Land, paano pag hindi niya sinasabi pero nararamdaman mo lang? Anong gagawin mo? How can you tackle that situation? We're gonna be discussing that later pagbalik. After few messages. Okay, wag kang umalis ha. Diyan ka lang. Please. This live is powered by Ayala Land, so I have some few messages coming from them. So check this out. I'm gonna be right back after this very, very short message lang naman from our partner, Ayala Land.
From raw land to a constantly evolving community that's full of opportunities, you've been our inspiration in building sustainable communities for generations. We look forward to building more so we can do more together. Ayala Land.
Yon, as mentioned, this live is powered by Ayala Land. So ito ha, sasabihin ko sa inyo, this is the best time for you to actually, what do you call that? Invest your money into real estate. If ever you're sitting on cash right now, real estate is the place to go kasi you will never lose. It's just that's just half of the story. The second half of the story is that you have to know where to invest, which developer to invest. So I am putting my name, my trust, and in my confidence to Ayala Land because they have been there for almost 100 years. And you can see yung mga properties na dinidevelop nila sa Manila, it's all increasing despite of the crisis na nangyari sa mundo. So that's how resilient Ayala Land is. So isa sa mga products or mga properties that you can actually check is the Avida Towers doon sa Makati South Point. Okay, wait lang ha. So anong meron doon? So actually this is The owner and developer here is Avida Ayala Land. Malapit lang po ito sa Chino Roses Avenue, Bangkal, Makati City. So nakikita nyo po ngayon, meron na po itong mga ganitong klaseng features and amenities. And what's very good about this is it has a multi-purpose area, indoor gym, function. And what's good is if it's Ayala, alam nyo na po at sigurado na po kayo na lahat ng nakikita nyo dito sa presentation na to is all gonna be delivered to you real time. Hindi yung sabi 3 bedroom tapos 3 doors nga, 3 bedrooms. Tapos yung isang bedroom na parang CR kalaki. Laki lang pala. So 1 bedroom, it's gonna be 19 square meters. So estimated total area is 38.2 square meters. Isa po 'yon. Ito ang pinakamagandang offer, I think. And because of this current situation, take advantage of this offer or own your new home in Makati starting at 800 a month. 800 dirhams a month. So napakagandang presyo na po noon. 800, i-convert na natin sa peso 'yan. 800 dirhams times 13.75. That's, I think, 10,500 pesos. Magkakaroon ka na ng kondo sa Makati. Stretched over 48 months po yun. Payment plan is this flexible right now. Ngayon lang po yan. So take advantage of this. Contact us kung gusto nyo po ng presentation. There will never be there's no kumbaga, this is just a presentation. There's no, hindi ka namin if-force to buy. We just wanted to present you the best option that we can offer. So go ahead. Enrique Yamzon is the country manager here in Dubai. So there will be an online presentation. Pwede na natin gawin ng online reservation, online documentation, online payment, and excellent after-sale service. Ang hindi lang po online dito ay yung bahay. Hirap naman nun kung yung bahay mo online din, di ba? So please, go ahead. If you're ever considering buying something right now, Ayala Land is the place to put your money in. Okay, cool. Go back to regular programming na tayo, Tito Darbs. Usapang falling out of love. Okay, we discussed earlier, Tito Darbs, paano pong gagawin ko kung sakaling yung taong mahal ko, nararamdaman ko na hindi na kami tulad ng dati. Nararamdaman ko na parang may nag-iba, may nagbago. And I think that this person is falling out of love to me. Pwede din vice versa. Pwede ding ikaw na yung taong wala nang nararamdaman sa partner mo. Diba? Paano mo itatackle yun? How can you fix it? How can you do it? Okay, first off, doon tayo sa scenario A, ikaw yung nakakaramdam na hindi ka na niya mahal. Anong gagawin ko, Tito Darbs? First, you have to confront it. Confront it in a way na hindi ka dapat condescending. Bakit ganun ka? Bakit ganito ka na? Hindi mo na ba mahal? Huwag ganun, my friend. Huwag ganun, no? Huwag ganun, Marsh. Dapat iba ang atake natin. Choose a mood, choose a specific time wherein the person is in a good mood. And then somehow, just tell them straight na I really have to take this off from my head. And that somehow I really feel that something changed. And it's okay if there is. It's just that I really wanted to understand kung ano yung nangyayari because I have the goal of making this relationship kumbaga succeed. And somehow I will not be able to do that kung hindi kita kasama. So I hope you communicate to me what is the problem, what is the issue. Kasi napapansin ko that things have suddenly changed or things are not the way they used to be. Am I still really the person that you wanted to be with for the rest of your life? Or do you still wanted to be around me? Or am I dragging you down? I want to know. I want to understand so that we can talk about it. Ganon. Open communication. For sure, kung ganun ang atake mo, that person is gonna be able to tell you information wherein you might be able to do something about the problem. Minsan kasi, we're too focused on the effect. Pero minsan, hindi natin naiisip na we are the cause of that. Hindi natin alam na kaya na fall out of love na yung taong mahal natin. Minsan, tayo pala yung dahilan. In that, we're too entitled enough to think na wala tayong kasalanan, na kasalanan niya lang. Bakit siya ganun magsalita sa akin? O bakit siya ganun makitungo sa akin? Dapat hindi ganun, dapat ganito. Pero bakit ganun? Because you feel entitled. You feel like this person is supposed to work for me and I'm the only person that doesn't have, dapat ikaw lang yung, iniisip mo na ikaw lang dapat yung taong tama, na hindi dapat siya nagkakaroon ng ganitong klaseng emosyon because ginawa ko naman lahat eh. Binigay ko na nga lahat eh. Tapos magrereklamo pa siya. Ganon eh. Minsan mga sagutang ganon. Honestly, that's how things are. And what are you gonna do? Somehow, first, talk to this person. There might be a situation where maybe there's an imbalance on your attitude. Napakasilosa mo. Hindi ka na nag-aayos, hindi mo na siya inaasikaso, or somehow, there are a lot of situations, really depends on what it is. Pero somehow, if that person really told you na hindi niya na nakikita yung sarili niya sa'yo, well, I think that's the time for you to somehow sit back, relax, and think about it very clear. Kasi mahirap yun eh, pag ganun yung nararamdaman ng tao. Ito kasi yan merong saying kasi, and I want to share this to you because this can really help you. Ito no one falls in love by choice. It is by chance. And no one stays in love by chance. It is by work. And no one falls out of love by chance. It is by choice. Naintindihan niyo po ba yon? Okay. Sasabihin ko ulit sa inyo And this is something that I was able to encounter many years back on my, what do you call this? On my career or sa aking buhay before. So, no one falls out of love. No one falls in love by choice. It is by chance. And no one stays in love by chance. It is by choice. Sorry. I-share ko na nga lang yung screen. Kakapali pa ako ng basa eh. Ito po, gusto ko pong makita nyo to kasi this can really help you somehow. Yan, okay. Ito po, tingnan, nakikita nyo ba? Ito. Papakita ko sa inyo. Yan. So I hope nakikita nyo yan. And then, hindi yan po. Hindi yan. Okay. Kita nyo na ba? Stop screen. Screen share. Yon. Chrome tab. Ito. Okay. This one. No one falls in love by choice. It is by chance. No one stays in love by chance. It is by work. And no one falls out of love by chance. It is by choice. So ganun po. At the end of the day, kasi you can never tell that it was by chance that you fell out of love with this person. Kasi if you really have the intention to actually make it work, it will work eh. And if you did not give up on that person, if you don't have the feeling of giving up with this person, it can. And by no means, do not judge yourself if ever it was a choice for you to fall out of love with someone, because there's a lot of factors. There could also be a situation wherein yung tao na yun, hindi niya nabibigay or hindi niya somehow, I'm talking about the extreme na sinasaktan ka na niya mentally and physically. You're able to not be really yourself because of this individual. Things are very, very toxic when you are around this individual. Pero if yung simple lang na mga bagay, talk it out. May mga bagay na maraming mga bagay ang mabilis pag-usapan. And it can always easily be fixed. So always remember that no one stays in love by chance. Hindi by chance yung nagsistay in love kayo together. It is by work. You work with each other. Hindi pwedeng yung isa lang ang nagtatrabaho for both of you to be in love with each other. Both of you every single day is supposed to find ways and means to love the individual, that despite of all the negativities, you find ways to pull this person up. You find ways to help him develop himself, for him not to show you that negativities that you don't like to him right now. Instead of condemning the person on the mistakes that he did, you condemn the act and help him not to do it again, because it's by choice for you to make the love work. And if ever one day it come a time na sa tingin mo hindi na mag-work, it's because it was a decision. It's a decision that you told yourself that somehow this is not really working for me, and it's time for me to somehow call it quits. Cool! Okay, next. Ano naman pag sakaling ikaw yung tao na na-fall out of love or na-fall out of love? The least thing that you can do, if ever you really told yourself that you don't love this person that you are with right now, hindi yung confused ha, kasi pag confused, you can still communicate and try to make it work. Communication is the key. Pero pag talagang sigurado ka na, kasi hindi mo na talaga nakikita yung sarili mo sa kanya, please, my friends, have the strength enough to tell them the truth straight up. Kasi that's the least thing that you can do, is to stop wasting their time with you when you don't have the intention of actually making it forever. Yun na lang siguro ang pinaka-least na magagawa mo sa taong yun, is by telling them straight up. Kasi you don't want it to be that person on the other side of the phone na sinabi niya naman ng dapat out of stock na pala yung gusto mong pagkain. Sinabi niya pa nung isang oras ka nag-aantay. Mas frustrating yun, di ba? Just like what my analogy mentioning, just like the analogy that I mentioned earlier, mas mahirap yun. Mas mahirap yung super late mo nang sinabi versus when you have the chance, when you have the capacity to tell them straight up, they deserve to know. And if you really respect them well enough, you tell them. And do not, please, wait for it na meron kang kapalit na iba bago mo sasabihin sa kanya. Kasi kung ipapalit mo man yung taong nahanap mo na maliban sa kanya, there's a huge chance that that will not work somehow. Because in that specific situation, I don't think that you're really fully healed din. Kahit ikaw yung na-fall out of love, you still need time for yourself. Kailangan mo pa rin yun sa sarili mong mapag-isa at maging kompleto. At responsibilidad mo yon na ibigay yon sa sarili mo. Karamihan ng reason ng falling out of love is pagkakaroon ng third party. Real talk yan, pero ang number one reason. Oh yeah, okay, fine, that could be the reason. It is somehow, I mean, real talk, I will not sugarcoat it. What are you gonna do about it if that was the case? Are we trying to sulk it out and tell our partner na katulad ka lang ng ibang lalaki or katulad ka ng ibang babae? Or you accept the fact that it is what it is and then you do something about the problem. Either that you forgive or you let go. Dalawang bagay lang naman yan eh. I know I'm trying to look and show it to you as if it was very simple. Pero bottom line, it is really that simple. Pero hindi ko sinabing madali. It doesn't mean that when I say it's simple, it's easy. Yeah, it's very simple, pero it doesn't mean that it's easy. And most of the time, the most simplest things are the hardest thing to do. Communication. It's simple, di ba? Simple advice in a relationship, communication. Pero is everybody doing it? No. Because it's difficult. Accepting two things when somebody cheated on you is either you accept that person back and forget what he did just to make sure and tell him and you have the agreement that this person is not going to do it again, or you move on and you tell yourself you don't deserve that. Dalawa lang yan eh. Sa totoo lang, dalawang bagay lang ang pwede mong gawin. There's no in between. Now, if ever you are a person na pinatawad mo siya, okay, if it was the first time, yeah, sure, you can. Pero pag pang-5 beses na at pinatawad mo pa rin, you can still do that. Who am I to judge you? Pero is it that the right thing to do? You know to yourself that it's not. And that the reason why you're hurting right now, it's because of your own doing. You're not responsible on the actions that you did. You're just sulking and complaining to the effect of the decision that you made. And most of the people are like that. Hindi nila na-assess yung sarili nila. We don't take accountability to the issues and the problems that we ourselves created in the first place. Iyak-iyak ka kasi palagi kang niloloko pero hindi mo alam, ikaw din naman ang tumanggap sa kanya ng paulit-ulit. Kasalanan nino? Kasalanan niya o kasalanan mo? And I think, my friends, in that question, we both know what the answer is. Take responsibility, take accountability. Not just in love life, but in life in general. It's easy to own your success, but it's very difficult to own your mistake. And you can know someone who has a very good character if they have the strength to accept the fact that they made a mistake and do something about it. Iba yung madali kasing umamin ng pagkakamali eh. I mean, hindi madali, but somehow it's way easier than accepting the mistake and doing something about the mistake. Saying sorry for the things that you did and not doing something about it afterwards is not really saying sorry. It's manipulating. Real talk yon, my friends. One of the reasons of falling out of love is lack of communication. Yes, my friend, it is really the reason. One of the common reasons as to why a relationship is not working is because we often tend to assume. Alam niya na dapat 'yon na hindi siya dapat uuwi ng late. Alam niya na dapat 'yon na dapat siya magme-message sa akin ng gabi. Alam niya na dapat 'yon na dapat umuwi siya ng maaga at magsaing siya. Magligpit siya. Pero hindi niya alam. So hindi ko siya papansinin at mag-aaway kami kasi dapat alam niya 'yon. My God. I mean, that's reading between the lines. And if you expect someone to know the things that you think you know, it's like giving someone a quiz na hindi mo naman diniscuss yung mga bagay na iki-quiz mo sa kanya. You can't expect that person to pass. Somehow, you have to understand that you have to tell them straight up the expectation of the relationship and what are the things that you want to do for the relationship to work and vice versa. Ganon. May pag-mention talaga sa akin dito, sabi ni Pinky Flop. Feeling ko, Pinky, kailangan mo daw ng advice. Lack of communication. Totoo po yan, Kuya Darbs, na fool ka talaga. Yes. Sa lahat pa na nakaka-relate, ano ibig sabihin ng fool? F.O.O.L, fall out of love. Yan po. Usapang falling out of love. Now, ganito kasi yan. Isa din sa dahilan kung bakit na-fall out of love ka sa tao is because of ligaw. Anong ibig mong sabihin, Tito Darbs? Anong ligaw ang ibig mong sabihin? Paano ako mapo-fall out of love? Kasi nagpaligaw ako? Yes, you're right. And I can not justify, I can lay down the facts and you tell me straight up that yes, may point ka dyan, Tito Darbs. Pero bago ang lahat, magko-commercial muna tayo because I have some few messages coming from our sponsor. Ikaw, wag kang aalis ha. Ikaw. Huwag ka na umalis. Hintayin mo na ako. I-discuss ko sa iyo kung bakit ang pagpapaligaw is one of the reasons as to why it would lead to falling out of love. Okay? So just very few messages. Hintay ka lang dyan ha. Hintayin mo na ako. Huwag ka na umalis. Okay? Promise? Okay, sige. I'll be right back after these few messages.
A visionary destination brings together career and family, business and leisure, city and community. Welcome to the newest hotspot south of the metro, propelling towards access, variety, and efficiency. Dynamic lifestyles synchronized at the core of a well-connected locale. Every day is a gathering of life's bounty. Homes for every stage in life amplify the convenience of living. Designed around people, this city paves the way for opportunities and jumpstarts a fresh beat on lifestyle, opening up a gateway to a unique quality of life. Every step here leads to progress. Arca South, City in Sync.
Yon, Real Talk Darbs, back at it again with another live. Again, this Facebook Live is powered. Ay, hindi ko na maabot. Masyado nang mataas. Powered by Ayala Land International, Dubai. If ever you're sitting on money right now, in these trying times, if ever nakapag-save ka, this is the time to spend it into something. Kasi economy is not at their very best, but that is the time that you're supposed to reap or magtatanim ka na dapat ng seed. And one of the best ways for you to put your money in is in real estate. And which company would you put it? I would put all my money in Ayala Land. Because we both know Ayala Land has been one of the greatest developers in Philippines. Yung Arca South will be the next BGC. So if you really wanted, imagine kung like 20 years ago, if we would have known that BGC is BGC right now, I would have bought like 20 condominiums. Hindi ko naman afford. Mga siguro isa o dalawang condominiums doon. Pero right now, this is your chance. Now, this is only for people who is thinking about generating an income or an investment and thinking about where to put their money in. My condominium po sa Ayala Land that starts only 6.7 thousand pesos per month. Meron din po lupa lang, 4,400 pesos per month. Diba? 4,400 pesos per month. And house and lot for 10,000 per month. Now, if you really wanted to find out more about it, go ahead, you can PM me, you can screenshot this, PM mo ako, or you can go directly call Enrique Yamzon. He is the country manager here in Dubai. At doesn't matter kahit hindi ka taga Dubai. Kasi minahal mo nga siya kahit hindi siya taga sa inyo eh. Bibili ka pa ng lupa, di ba? O yung dami sinabi. So Enrique Yamzon is one of the people who can help you. I will be more than happy to assist you as well. We will present you. No commitment, honestly. Kung gusto mo lang magpa-present, okay, I'll be more than happy to do. Pero at least tama naman, at least have the intent to buy talaga. Now, if you're happy to what we have presented, we can go ahead and close the deal. Don't worry kasi we'll process everything online. Lahat-lahat online na. Yung bahay lang ang hindi online, ha? Mahirap naman yun. Online lang yung bahay mo. So, online can be processed, verified, and there's an awesome after-sale service. So, go ahead, inquire now if ever meron kang inquiry regarding Ayala Land. Okay? Put your money where it deserves to be. And that is real estate, and that is with Ayala. Cool? Thank you very much. Okay, going back to the topic, my friends. Ang topic natin is usapang falling out of love. And kanina, before the commercial, I mentioned to you guys na ang falling out of love can also be a result because niligawan ka. Ikaw like say ikaw, bakit ka na-fall out of love sa isang tao? It's because dahil nagpaligaw ka. Now again, my friends, I'm not demonizing courtship. Kasi at the end of the day, if that's what you really want, okay, go ahead. That's good for you. And I'm happy if you want to have that happy feeling. Pero most of the time kasi, nagiging cliche na kasi ang panliligaw. Bakit? It is a platform for an individual to show their best foot forward. To show them who really... It's an opportunity for them to not show who they really are. And that this is a mistake if ever ikaw, yung tao, you're falling in love with the act, not with the person. So, explanation ko nito is ganito. Minahal mo siya kasi ang sabi mo sa kanya nung nagtanong siya sa'yo, ano bang gusto mo sa lalaki? Ang sinabi mo, gusto ko yung nililigawan ako, gusto ko yung dinadalhan ako ng chocolate, gusto ko yung nag-good night, nag-good morning, hinahatid ako, yung dinadalhan ako ng food at saka ng flowers. Yung nanliligaw sa'yo, sasabihin, hindi naman ako yun Pero sige lang, gagawin ko yun kasi meron akong gustong kunin sa'yo. Which is yung oo mo. Ano bang pinag-iisip niyo dyan? Ano bang sa tingin niyo yung gusto niyang kunin? Okay, fine. So, yun ang sinabi niya sa'yo. Somehow, sinabi ng tao na sa'yo na sinabi mo sa kanya na ito yung mga bagay na gusto mo sa isang lalaki. Hindi siya yun. Pero since gusto ka niya, gagawin niya ang lahat para maging siya yun, yung tao na yun. So basically, even if it takes a lot of effort, gagawin niya yung mga bagay na sinabi mo. Dadalhin kanya ng pagkain, bibigyan kanya ng food, hatid at sundo kanya na walang T sa dulo, hatid sundot, hindi, hatid sundo lang, walang T sa dulo. Hatid sundo, tapos dadalhan ng chocolates, bibigyan ng food, ano pa ba, mag-good night, mag-good morning, lahat ng ganung mga bagay. So, naisip mo, wow, ito talaga yung lalaking hinahanap ko. Ito yung taong gusto ko talaga. Lahat ng mga gusto ko sa isang lalaki ay nandito na. 'Di ba? So, after a few months, sinagot mo siya. Because this person was consistent for 3 months. So, okay na. Sige, fine. Go ahead. Tayo na po. Tapos binigay mo na din yung oo mo. Binigay mo na yung oo. Tapos nakuha niya na yung oo mo. So, naging kayo na. So, since nakuha niya na yung oo mo, since hindi talaga siya yung tao na yun, you can never sustain it. If you're really not that person, if you're really not the type of person na nang good morning, nang susundo, nang bibigay ng flowers, if hindi ka talaga yun, you can only sustain it for a couple of months. And you cannot sustain it forever because that's not who you really are. Hindi ka talaga yun. So what happens now? Ang mangyayari ngayon is, so sinagot ka na niya, di ba? So hype lahat. So ine-expect mo na ganun na. Always. Every time, ganito na ang mangyayari. Pero eventually, that's just his peak. That's not his common or that's not his normal state. That's his peak. And nobody can stay at peak always. Kaya nga peak eh. Hindi yun yung plateau or hindi yun yung common state niya. So yun lang yung peak. So pinilit niyang mag-peak for 3 months. Tapos nung nakuha niya na yung gusto niya sa'yo, yung oo mo, bababa na yan. Hindi ka na niya i-good morning. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya yung taong nag-good morning. Hindi ka na niya susunduin. Hindi ka na niya ihahatid at isusundo. Sundot na lang. I mean, sundo na lang, pero wala nang hatid. Sundot na lang, wala nang hatid. So, tapos hindi ka na bibigyan ng flowers. Hindi ka na niya bibigyan ng mga bagay na ginagawa niya before. Kasi hindi naman talaga siya yun. Hindi naman talaga siya yung taong minahal mo. Minahal mo lang yung you just fell in love with the act, not with the person. And that was the mistake. Because you gave him the blueprint of the person that you will fall in love, not knowing that this person can imitate that but cannot sustain it. Diba? So, ang mangyayari, it will fall. Hindi niya nag-good morning, sundot na lang, wala nang hatid, wala nang flowers, wala nang good night kiss, wala nang good morning. So what happens? It fell down from a spike, it fell down. Doon mo na masasabi sa sarili mo at sa kanya na hindi siya yung taong minahal ko. Nagbago ka na. Well, in fact, hindi naman talaga siya nagbago kasi yun naman talaga siya. It's just that ginawa niya lang yun just for him and just for you to fall in love with him. Hindi siya nagbago, ginawa niya lang yung gusto mo. What happens after that? That's the time that you can tell yourself and you can tell him na, I don't love him anymore because this is not the person I loved in the first place. And that's the reason why, my friends, you fall out of love with someone. Kasi ganun. Real talk yun. What's the best case scenario? Ako kasi hindi ako naniniwala sa ligaw, sa totoo lang. Naniniwala ako sa that when there's a connection, like kung halimbawa nag-message kayo and there was a connection, you go out on a date. But you don't try to act as if you're not really the person. If that person was able to love you, kung mamahalin mo yung tao na yun sa normal niya na state, hindi naman siya palaging nag-good morning, nag-good night, pero I'm really having a good conversation with this guy. And funny siya kasama, masarap siya kasama. Ganon. Masarap siyang kasama, magaling din siya makipag-usap. Magaling siya makipag-usap. So, somehow, I like this guy. I mean, despite of the things na may mga bagay akong gusto pero wala naman sa kanya, pero marami akong gusto na sa tingin ko hindi ko naisip before na gusto ko pala. So okay, I can try to make it work. And that person was not trying to be someone else because he's just on his normal state. Normal niya lang yun na status. Normal niya lang yun na giving a good conversation. He doesn't have to make an effort on it because he's really a very good conversationalist. He's very funny because he's really very funny. That's his normal state. Palabiro talaga siya. He's not trying hard to be one. Although hindi siya nag-good morning, hindi siya nag-good night, hindi siya nagdala ng flowers, pero that's way better because you like the person on who he is or who they really are. Okay, binigay mo na ulit yung oo. Tapos nakuha niya na din yung gusto niyang makuha, which is yung relationship. Ganon. So naging kayo na. So since the person that you love was not trying to be something that who they are not, it's good kasi walang magbabago doon. Kasi siya naman na talaga yun eh. Diba? And here's one of the good things. There will be one specific situation that this person might be very happy at one specific time. Na bigla na lang siya magbibigay ng flowers, bigla na lang siyang magde-date sa'yo, bigla na siyang mag-good morning, bigla ka na lang niyang hindi ka na lang niya ihahatid. Bigla na rin din siyang magsusundot. Susundo. Diba? So, from a normal state, lahat nag-i-increase na. Diba? From plateau or from a flat line, since bigla siyang sumundo. Sumundot. Hatid. Bigla siyang nagbigay ng flowers. Bigla siyang nagdala ng food, bigla siya ng good night, bigla siya ng good morning, bigla siyang nag-ask ng date. So, di ba, it just, instead of just going down, it's going up. So, you feel more loved. You feel more, oh, something is amazing. Amazing is happening. Because of that simple thought and act, that's what makes things work. So, that's one of the reasons why people, and that's my explanation why a person could fall out of love simply because niligawan siya nung tao na yun at sinagot mo siya dahil sa mga bagay na ginawa niya sa'yo nung panliligaw niya. Now, again, my friends, I'm not trying to demonize courtship. There will still be a lot of people na nanliligaw. There will still be people na nanliligaw at sila talaga yun. There's a chance on that. But there's also a huge chance that they're not. I'd rather be sticking to authenticity, sticking to what things are straight off. If you don't like me, you don't like me. If I like you when I'm not at my best, then you're surely gonna be liking me a lot when I'm at my top. At the top. When you don't like me when I'm at my lowest, then you're surely gonna like me when I'm at the top. Not of you, but of my game. Okay, guys. Dami kong sinabi. That's it for today. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanood. Bago po ako magpapaalam, meron lang po akong mga simpleng announcement na sasabihin sa inyo. Now, if you're staying here in Dubai, halimbawa nandito ka naman sa Dubai, nakastay ka naman dito, why don't you go ahead and try ordering itong napakasarap na cheesecake na partner si Real Talk Darbs. Cheesecake po ang tawag dun. So, if ever you're interested, go ahead and PM me for that. Kasi that's one of the business of Real Talk Darbs here in the UAE. So, support nyo po yan, cheesecake. Papakita ko po sa inyo ang screen. Ito po yun. Ayan. Ito po. Ayan. Mga sarap niya, no? Yan po ang ating cake. So please go ahead and check it out. Mga client feedback po natin. Nakikita nyo kung gaano kaganda ang mga client feedback natin. So please go ahead, let me know. And then I'll be more than happy to assist you guys. Free delivery po siya pag nandito kayo sa UAE. Okay? And of course, RTD family. If gusto mong pumunta sa RTD fam, search mo lang RTD family dyan sa Facebook mo and it's free. Pwede kang sumali dyan. We have developed somehow a community wherein we support each other. With positivity, kung may mga problema ka man na gusto mong malagpasan, go ahead, please. At ito pa, meron akong pakulo. Meron akong TikTok pakulo ni Real Talk Darbs. Lang ha. Check ko muna to. Ito. Yes, my friends, meron po tayong pakulo ngayon, which is TikTok contest. Ito, exclusive lang po to sa RTD Fam. So kung hindi ka RTD Fam, hindi ka makakasali. So sumali ka sa RTD Fam para makasali ka. Ito ay napaka-mumunting ano lang naman, challenge. So ito po, TikTok challenge ni Real Talk Darbs sa RTD Fam. Kung gusto mo pong manalo ng 1,000 na load, mag-TikTok duet ka with Real Talk Darbs. Paano yon? Pick ka lang ng anong kahit klaseng content ko doon tapos i-duet mo. Pinakamaraming views at pinakamaraming magandang content, mananalo po ng 1,000 load via GCash. Bibigay ko po yan. Ako po mismo ang mamimili ng mananalo. Real Talk Darbs po ang TikTok ko. So follow nyo na din if ever. And please, go ahead, join now kasi 1,000 load din yan. Pangtawag mo sa kanya, di ba? Or pangpasa mo doon sa lalaki or sa babae. Di ba? Ako sinabi, Darbs. And last but not the least, please go ahead, follow me on my social media handles. Real Talk Darbs sa Facebook, Instagram, of course, TikTok. And all of these, Spotify, this episode is gonna be in Spotify very soon. After this, i-upload ko siya. Go ahead, check that out. RTD Vlogging Academy, the third online batch is happening tomorrow, pero pwede ka pa pong humabol. Sa mga nagtatanong po, magkano po ba ang presyo nito? I'm literally pricing it at 25,000 pesos po. That's 3 weekly sessions. 25,000 pesos. Pero I'm now giving an offer for early birds because I want to fill in the slots. So 15,000 pesos if you want to enroll. Is it too much? No. Isang monetization mo lang yun, if ever, in the future. At lahat po ituturo ko sa inyo ang blueprint, how to create a content that works. How to create a content that people will watch. One of the best example that I just did recently po with this is my TikTok. Ano ba? Bakit ano bang meron sa TikTok mo, Tito Darbs? Ngayon lang po ako nag-promote ng TikTok ko, pero I was trying to challenge myself kung paano ko ba i-develop itong TikTok account ko. So this is my TikTok account 2 weeks ago, July 3. That's July 3. 379 followers lang yan, my friends. But I applied my teachings on how to create a content, yung experience ko on creating content in Facebook and YouTube. And after 2 weeks, I got 10,000 followers already. Ito hindi po ako nag-leverage sa existing platform ko. Ang content ko sa TikTok lang mismo. Siguro nag-share ako mga once or twice sa stories pero never inside my platform in heavy sharing sa pages ko because I want to prove that my form. This is not me trying to tell you that I'm good. This is me trying to tell you that my formula works. And everything else, I'm gonna be teaching that to you doon sa course, RTD Vlogging Academy. Isipin nyo do not underestimate TikTok right now, my friends, because this could be the next Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So, this is the best time for you to create a TikTok account kasi ang ganda ng algorithm niya. And I can help you with that. Hindi lang po to sa mga vloggers, for business owners who wants to up their game in the social media world. This is also for people who wants to develop a personal brand. Like, for example, salesperson ka, you're a broker, you are a dentist, you are anything. Develop a personal brand. You have to learn how to create a content in the internet because that will totally leverage later on sa business mo. And I was able to quit my job. Ultimately, because I learned how to create content in the internet. And I wish that to everybody else. Waking up every morning, not feeling like it's a drag, having a coffee, and you go do things that makes you feel alive, makes you feel happy. That's the ultimate success in life. And I can teach you not just how to vlog, but I can give you the keys onto living a life in your own terms. That's the ultimate goal. You live a life in your own terms, using and utilizing the power of internet by creating content on it. in creating content that matters and people will watch. So if ever you're interested, go ahead. Pwede pa kayong humabol. I can still give you that specific early bird price. And I'll be more than happy to assist you later on. Okay? By the way, this live is powered by Ayala Land. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Sana tuloy-tuloy lang po ang suporta. Heart healing sessions. Exclusive event for people who wants to heal, who wants to help themselves, who wants to listen more on Real Talk Darbs talk about love on a more structured way. Heart healing sessions is going to be an exclusive event. There will be tickets, very affordable. If you want support Real Talk Darbs, you can buy tickets for your friends. If I was able to help you, if you're already not there anymore in that situation, September po, heart healing sessions with Real Talk Darbs is happening. And of course, Ultimate Guide to Moving On ebook is there. How to find it? Check mo lang po doon sa Instagram account ko at Real Talk Darbs. You can find the Ultimate Guide to Moving On. May audiobook din yun and may ebook din po yun. You can go ahead, purchase it there. Also, support mo na din sa akin because I'm doing this full-time. Any support that you give is really appreciated for me to continue inspiring more people, for me to help more people, alam mo yun, realize their worth. Self-worth since day one, RTD Merc will be soon available in Amazon na. Okay? Thank you very much sa 600 na hindi pa rin bumitaw. Wow, nag-peak tayo ng 1,500 kanina. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. I'm blessed. RTD fam, mahal na mahal ko po kayo. Sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta, be a part of RTD family. It's open and there's no judgment there. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Hala, wala na akong sound. Kanina pa ba akong lang sound? Hello? Wala na pa ba akong sound? Wala. Okay, good. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. And I hope you are having a wonderful afternoon. Always remember, my friends, self-worth since day one. This has been Real Talk Darbs. Always giving you real thoughts through real talk.
Here are the top search results.
Bye.
From raw land to a constantly evolving community that's full of opportunities. You've been our inspiration in building sustainable communities for generations. We look forward to building more so we can do more together. Ayala Land.
Oh shit, migan, ano malahing man ka.
Real Talk Darbs.